Students, good afternoon. In my previous class, I have discussed about HUF, Hindu Undivided Family Business. Okay, there are 5 forms of the business organization. 3 has been explained in the previous classes. Now I want to start today 4th form of the business organization, that is cooperative society. Okay, so look here. Today is 2nd May 2020. And this is your page number 1 of today's class. And now your topic relates from today is cooperative societies. Cooperative society. Listen first. That type of the society is based on the forms of the business organization, but the aim of such type of the society is not based on the earn profit, earn money. Okay, it is basically started for the welfare of its members. It means in the cooperative societies, some persons join together to work for a common purpose, and their main objective is relates from the welfare of their society's member. It is not relates from the earn money. So look here, the cooperative society is a voluntary association of persons who join together point number 1 to work for a common purpose point number 2 with the motive of welfare of the members. Point number 3, main objective is to protect their economic and social interests of the members. And minimize exploitation at the hand of middlemen having desire to earn greater profits. Okay, it means cooperative society has been based on the providing the welfare, providing the benefits of its members, and it will be related from the minimize the exploitation at the hand of middlemen having desire to earn greater profit. It means you know about that when you have purchased any type of the thing from anywhere, from any businessman, so that businessman earn a profit. So in the cooperative societies, when the goods has been purchased in a bulk and that type of the goods has been provided to its members, so due to the reason of bulk purchasing, the cost price of the goods has been reduced. Okay, and there is no middleman. Then after that there is no requirement of profit that has been earned by the middleman. So it will be relates on the minimize exploitation that has been created by the middleman, okay, who wants to earn the profit. Okay, so one definition has been also given here. The Indian Cooperatives Act 1912. Okay, both definition has been defined by it as a society which has its objectives for the promotion of economic interest of its members in accordance with cooperative principles. Okay, clear? It means, and as a society which has its objective, it means that is a society, okay, it has a specific objective for the promotion of economic interest of its members. It means all the members that is related from the cooperative societies, the society has been saved their interest. Okay, clear students? If you have any doubt, then you can ask. Some examples are here. Examples: Indian Coffee House, Shri Mahila Grih Udyog Lijjat Papad. As you know, you have listened, I think, Shri Mahila Grihi Udyog Lijjat Papad, and you know about the that name very well, Mother Dairy. That is also based on the cooperative societies. Clear students? If you have any doubt, then you can ask the query. Okay. Some terms and conditions are here to establish to form of a cooperative society. So look here. Formation of cooperative society. There are certain terms and conditions. So look here, what are the terms and conditions? First point, a cooperative society, a cooperative society can be formed with minimum of 10 individuals. It means if you want to establish a cooperative societies, so you have required 10 members, 10 persons, 10 individual persons. Clear? Now next page, page number 2. Page number 2 of today's class, point number 2. Cooperative societies must be cooperative societies must be registered under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912. It means it's mandatory. Okay, It means it has been registered as per Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Third point, registration provides a distinctive legal identity to the society. It means after the registration of cooperative society, its members and cooperative organization both have separate legal identity. Clear? Then fourth point, capital is raised amongst the members through issue of shares. It means capital, you know about that. This is also based on the business organization. So at the time of the establishment of that organization, capital has been also required. So how can the capital has been required? With the help of the issue of shares. Clear, students? Now look its features also. Features of cooperative societies. Some features I will tell it here. So some features are here. First, voluntary membership. Voluntary membership. The membership of a cooperative society is voluntary. Full stop. Any person who is above 18 years and has a common interest can become a member. Full stop. Individuals are free to join or leave the society after serving a short notice. It means give a short notice. Any one person can free from the organization and also can join it here. Okay. Second feature, legal status. Registration under Cooperative Societies Act gives cooperative society an identity separate from its members. It has been also told to you the registration process. After the registration process relates from the Cooperative Societies Act 1912. all the members has the separate legal identity. Clear? So society can enter into contract, it means purchase and sell the property of its name. Okay, it means on the basis of registration, the society can do any type of the work that can any live person do, as like relates on the contract, as like purchase and sale of the property. Clear, students? Third point, limited liability. Look, the members of a cooperative society, the members of a cooperative society, now page number 3 of today's class. Okay, cooperative society enjoy limited liability, full stop, maximum risk of each member is the amount of capital contributed by them in the form of share capital. Listen, before cooperative society, okay, you have studied about three types of the organization, business organization. First is relates from sole proprietorship. In that type of the organization, the liability of its owner is unlimited. Okay. Second form of the business organization is partnership. In the partnership, the liability of the partners are unlimited. And after that, you have also studied about the Hindu cooperative society, Hindu undivided family business. In that, Karta has unlimited liability while the other members of the family has limited liability. Now, this has been also based on the limited liability. It means in the cooperative societies, liability of its members are limited. Okay, and maximum risk, it means उनका maximum जो loss हो सकता है, that is only based on their capital contribution. It means at the time of the establishment of the business, what amount of the capital that has been contributed by each member of the cooperative society. So the risk is only limited of that limited amount of their investment amount. Clear, students? Now next point, control. This is your fourth point, control. Okay, so look here, cooperatives are run in a democratic manner. It means as like a democratic situations, the cooperative members can run the business. The affairs are managed by the elected persons. Okay, elected management committee that will be rated from the one man one vote. It means कोई एक पर्सन उसमें क्या सेलेक्ट कर लिया जाता है, इलेक्ट कर लिया जाता है, जो सारी कमिटी के वर्क को देखता है. ओके, सो हियर कोऑपरेटिव्स आर run in a democratic manner, full stop. The affairs are managed by the elected managing committee through one man one vote, okay, clear? You can underline this. Now fifth point, service motive. As you know about it, I also clear it at the starting time of this point. This organization, it is not based on the earn profit. It has been provided only the welfare of the members of the society. So here service motive is the feature also it. Okay, so the cooperative society works with the main motive of mutual help. Any surplus, if there is any type of the profit, any surplus if earned, अगर कोई सरप्लस हो गया अर्न करते हैं, while carrying society work, it is distributed among members, or utilized as per the bylaws of the society. It means if they earn any amount relates from cooperative society, so it has been distributed among the members, or as per the society's law it has been utilized. Clear, students? So these are the features of the cooperative society. Next point relates from cooperative society is types of cooperative society. Okay, so look, first type, consumers cooperative societies. Consumers cooperative societies. Look here. Here the name of the society is consumer, so it is based on the welfare of the consumers. Okay, so look, the consumer cooperative societies are formed to protect the interests of consumers. Okay, the society aims to provide the good quality product at reasonable prices, the goods are purchased in bulk from wholesalers and then sold to members. So as you look here, the goods has been purchased in a bulk It means when the goods has been purchased in bulk, so it means it will be purchased the less prices in the comparison of retail purchasing. So the cost price of such goods will be reduced, then the benefit will be get by the members of the cooperative society. So here bulk buying, you can also write it here, bulk buying and elimination of middlemen reduces cost of products. Okay students, if you have any doubt then you can ask the query. Now I am going to second types of the cooperative organization. This is your page number 4 of today's class, and second type of the cooperative organization is producers cooperative societies. Producers cooperative societies. As you see the name producers, it means that will be provide the benefit to the producers, and in the first you have seen consumers, so that type of the society has been provided the benefit to the consumer. So look about producers cooperative societies are formed with an aim to protect of small producers. Okay, it means that will be provide the protection to the small producers. These societies provide raw materials, equipment and other inputs. It means that has been used for the production of the goods. Inputs to the members at cheaper rates. Okay, it means they will provide the benefits related from the purchasing of raw material, equipments or other inputs in low rates, in cheaper rates in the comparison of the market. Okay, the society, or this society, you can use this, it is better here. This society helps its members to fight against big producers with better bargaining powers. It means that will be provide the benefits to the small producers in the comparison of the fight relates on the big producers. Okay, bargaining powers, because you know about it, the big producers purchase the goods in a bulk. So in that sense, the small producers cannot purchase the goods in bulk. So that type of the societies purchase the goods in a bulk, and after that goods has been distributed about among its members. Okay, so the cost price of such type of the commodity has been reduced, and that type of the small producers will stay in the market and ready to fight against the big producers. Okay, at the time of the bargaining powers. अगर आपके commodity की price घटती बढ़ती है, so bargain करने के लिए क्या ये society small producers की help करती है. Clear students? So students, today I have explained two types of the cooperative societies. Okay, some are remaining now also. So in my next class I will explain others cooperative societies, other types of the cooperative societies, and that is your duty. Please study, okay, and complete your classwork and homework in a proper way and prepare your proper notes also. If you have any query, then you can ask the query in my personal WhatsApp number. Your query I will discuss in the group. Okay students, clear?